across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Alex Erickson elects to take it out. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Christian McCaffrey. His pops was a Giant for 3 years. And some room to run now. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off of play action, Darnold. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Brings up 2nd and 7. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Darnold. Flush to his right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down. Now it's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Throwing Jones. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? To throw from his end zone. Jones going deep downfield for Ross. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Darnold. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Azeez Ojulari in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, Anderson, what a catch that is. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Giants!
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Alex Erickson elects to take it out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Darnold. There's Trimble, the tight end.
Oh, he sheds himself free. Oh, what a move. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught by Anderson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say they had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Darnold completes it.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
Darnold on target to Moore for the Panther first.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Now Darnold going to take it and just back this one forward to his wideout.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Darnold down to throw. Touchdown, Panthers. Christian McCaffrey.
His sixth touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
So with a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have
shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Open man is Ross, complete. Finding some room at midfield. The 30. 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what do we do?
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
They'll swing this out to Tony.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
first down for the Giants as they pick up 12. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Darnold. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. As a former DB, you might not like to see them, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Jones throw here pulled in by Galladay. Jones to Galladay there for a Giant first.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. A first down carry for Barkley, and he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, You would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now Jones is going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw again. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Throw left side complete. That's Ross. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards on the play. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Operating from the gun, Jones. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great. But you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Barkley. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones.
The throw for Tony is intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it.
And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. He said, the coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point try good by Gennaro, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up 1st downs.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he's got room. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 27.
Now a give right side McCaffrey. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's the 7th play in this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Darnold. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off.
Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level in what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Not much there, only a yard. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On second down, here's the option.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited till the fourth quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Back to throw. Jones. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Giants could be on their way to a 5-2 start as they add on to their lead.
Gano now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Alex Erickson elects to take it out. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance of victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Jones.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney.
His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Giants are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth-quarter advantage.
Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. On the return, it's Alex Aronson.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Forced out to his left. He's going to look deep for more. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Keon Crossen.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I would play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Taking it about the 1. It's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak. And under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold eluding the pressure right. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The Panthers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and forever. Back to throw, Darnold. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Brushing off defenders. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time.
Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold.
And Darnold, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Jones going to get this out wide to Tony. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point try, good by Gano. And the lead will swell by 1 minute. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So Darnold, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. The 20. And I don't know that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline is still scratching his head. Yeah,
not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Meanwhile, for Carolina, they fall